Hello.
Hello.
Here we are again at the hospital.
It's been ages actually since we've done a update.
Yeah, things have been quiet. The last update would have been triage appointment, I think.
Yep. Luckily everything's been quiet since then.
No more issues.
Nope. We are here
Oh, good.
today for our 20-week scan.
Yeah.
As you'll know by the title of this video.
Although we'll be 21 weeks tomorrow. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just having a conversation about how in the UK the viability age is now 22 weeks. And how insane that is that we are 21 weeks tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway.
We're excited about today though. Anxious about today.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had a lot of movement. And Jess hasn't felt anything. And it's hard because you're on different sites and you know you've got some people who are like, oh, baby's kicking away, and other people who aren't. But they've said that my placenta's anterior, which means that you don't tend to feel a lot. So we've been looking for posts with people who have been diagnosed with the same,
and those people don't feel
anything either. So we're feeling kind of okay, but it will be nice just to...
Yeah. And then you always read these stories about, like, I went in for my 20-week scan and was told that there was no heartbeat, or was so you read that all the time and you just try and think like that's the minority, and like hopefully won't be us. So feeling a little bit nervous about that, but just looking forward to seeing him. Sheila's belly, her bump has been growing a little. I'll put in a picture here. So that's been helping us as well, like that,
because of the bump still growing. Then baby's still growing, right?
Yep. So we're pretty much just excited and nervous.
Yeah.
Same as always.
And also needing the toilet.
Yeah, you need a pee, so we're gonna go.
Supposed to come with a full bladder, which I did, but we're a bit early, and there's no way I will last through the scan. So gonna have to do a pit stop and then do a lot more drinking. Hope for the best.
Yeah. Cool.
This is me usual. But we will update you when we come out.
Yep.
With all of our news.
See you soon.
Bye. Hello.
Oops. Try again. Hi. Yeah, we're good. We're feeling a little bit flat, and not because there was any problems. Like everything looked fine. I think when you're all anxious and worked up for a scan, there's a sort of flat feeling afterwards because you're so excited to see the baby and you're so excited to see them move and make sure everything's okay. But I suppose the sonographer, they're just kind of there. They're there to do their job, and they're like flying around. They're measuring things, and like they're like, oh look, a little arm. Oh look, a little foot. And by the time our brains are like, where's the arm? They've moved on. They've moved on. So I always get quite stressed because I'm like, wait, I didn't see it. And they're just like la la la. And the woman's lovely. She scanned us before.
Yeah, she was really nice.
She actually works in the private place that we've also been scanned, so she remembers us from there.
Yeah.
I didn't remember her. You did, kind of.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have been able to pick her out of a crowd. I think just because I'm so focused when we go in on like the baby, whereas you're the one being touched by her, you're looking more at her, whereas I don't even look at them. But he was face down initially, and as a result they could see his beautiful spine. But that was it really. They tried.
We got like bladder, kidneys, brain,
and some limbs. No, they didn't get brain upside down.
Well, they got head. Sorry, they got head.
No.
Remember she said, because that's around the ears.
That was after they moved him. That was all after you came back, because that was your woman's scanner at that point. No, it was a trainee who's due to sit her exams initially, and she was like, oh, tricky one, upside down. And so she managed to get the spine and a couple of limbs, and then she gave it over to the other woman, and then she found all the other limbs, bar she couldn't see one of the feet because it was like proper squished up under him because he's like a little Buddha. We've seen both his feet before, we know he has 2 feet, but they couldn't like tick that box. And then she let Sheila go for a pee and told her to do some star jumps and see could she move him.
Which I did.
And I just sat in the room because it was just like the toilet next door, and she came back, and then he had moved, he turned around, but
kind of half around, wasn't it? Wasn't quite.
well, no, he was all the way right up initially, so he turned like the right way up then for a while, and we got a little profile picture. So at that point they started to look at the head and stuff, but then he moved back around again, so we didn't get really very many good pictures. Not that that's important, but also she didn't get all the details she wanted around the heart. So they managed to see the
3. They wanted 4. I always thought your heart had 3 chambers.
No, your heart has 4 chambers, and they saw the 3 vessels.
Vessels, yeah.
I think because they'd marked them 1, 2, 3, like going in and out, like the aorta and whatever the other one is.
She wanted to see this 4th.
4 chambers.
Yeah.
She didn't see any. She couldn't see the chambers of the heart. She could see the vessels, and she tried in like hundreds of positions and moved around, and like it was beaten away absolutely beautifully. So she knows it's all working, and she looked at the blood flow, and the blood flow was all great. So she was like, it's all good, but I can't technically tick that box. The one I found the most interesting actually was they checked his little face. They took a picture of like this bit to see if he had like a cleft lip, because almost all cleft palate babies have a cleft lip, so they can kind of predict that based on, but he's like got a little solid lip, and it literally looked like mine.
It was weird, wasn't it?
It was exactly like that. It was just like the 2 little nostrils and this like flat lip. Which I wish we had a photo of that, because that was really, that was one of the first things that they showed me that I actually understood what I was looking at as well. The other thing that was really disappointing was that the screen that we could see, like the big screen, was crap. It was like, imagine like
fuzzy.
Imagine like you're tuned in with an aerial, and the aerials are slightly off. Like you could see the picture, but it was slightly grainy, and given that you already barely know what you're looking at.
Well, that's the thing. The ultrasound is kind of the black and white, fluffy, grainy anyway.
And
so
then it was
add in
extra
that
grainy.
interference. That was.
It was really hard. So I was like sitting looking back at the one she was looking at, and it was a bit clearer. Now it still wasn't super clear because he was in awkward positions, so it wasn't like they were able to be like, "There's one nice limb." Like we couldn't really see a lot. Anyway, we're just a little flat.
Yeah.
You were quite anxious, and I could feel the anxiety radiating off Sheila. Like she was just like silent, like this, like the whole time, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And you were like, "I'm just concentrating." But I think the TV was making you stressed.
The TV was hard because I couldn't see, and you could kind of peek around and see their computer screen, which I know you're saying wasn't much better, but I couldn't
a little better,
check that. And initially my bladder was so full, which they kept commenting on how full my bladder was, even though I'd peed like 20 minutes beforehand. Anyway, and then I had this weird reaction to the baby being face down, because when we came in for triage and that scan, baby was face down, and because we've not felt much movement, I think I just had this real like, why is he still face down? Like, what is that? That's weird. He's the wrong way. Why? He should be the other way around. And then they kind of showed his heart. I went, oh, there's his heart, but it looked really slow to me, and I know it's supposed to be fast, and I was just like, I don't. And she didn't say, oh, his heart's beating well, or
no.
She just said, there's his heart. You can see it.
Exactly. So they comment on everything, but we don't know what that means. So they'd be like, there's a limb, like there's a
femur. At one point we had.
There's that kidney. There's the heart, and you're like, and like, is it like, is the kidney where it's meant to be? Does it look like it's meant to look? Does it? There's the
only
stomach.
thing that she did say what was good about the stomach, she goes, there's his wee stomach, that little black bit, that's the stomach. That means we know that he's swallowing.
Yeah, because it was black, so it obviously has liquid
nice,
in it. Yeah. So she's like, yeah, that's all good. And so there was a few bits that she said like that helped us, like that looks good. It's black. It's meant to be black because that means it's what. And we're like, oh, interesting. But a lot of them were just like statements, and we were like, what does that mean? But obviously, no news is good news. Like they were just like la la la, like scan. I feel knackered, and also because they couldn't get a proper view of the heart, they've booked us to come back,
which is good
because we get another scan
a week on Monday.
Yeah, but I find like it's hard.
The lead up to the scans is anxiety provoking for both of us.
Yeah.
And then the scan happens, and then we feel flat. So it's
there's not like a payoff anywhere really. Like obviously it's a payoff because he's healthy and we got to see him, but it's like there's not like a oh my god moment. Like it's just like but that wasn't what I was going to say. But the scan, can't remember now. Scan. Oh yeah, that even though they tell you. Like she was like, oh yeah, like we're not worried about the heart or anything, like it's just we couldn't get a full picture, so we need to bring you back, check that. Like in my head I'm still like,
yeah, is that true?
Yeah, like is everything definitely okay? And like I said to her again, we were leaving, but you're not worried about the heart? And she's like, no, promise, like we're not worried about it at all. It's just like I could see it's all beating, it's all fine, but it's just I can't see a full picture.
And we like to check it in a lot of detail.
Yeah, we take so much detail, we check it in, and we just couldn't see all the detail that we need to see. So I'm just like, okay, but it's just like I kind of just wish he was in the right position, and everything was perfect, and we could see him, and I had my usual complaint where they move too quickly. Like I want them just to hold it still, and I just want to watch him, and I want to see him move, because I love that. Like occasionally she would hold it still as she like points to the screen to like show you something, and like when she's doing that and you can see his like leg move, or you can see like an arm move, like that's my favorite, because you know that it's him moving. You're actually watching him move, whereas like when she's moving, my brain just is like frazzled.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, so we're
no, but it's all
happy
good.
that he's all
Really
good, really happy, and relieved, but there is just like a feeling.
Yeah,
that's just the honest truth of it.
Yeah,
it's a slightly flat feeling,
but it's nice to have the anxiety of is everything okay, kind of away, which is good.
Yeah, I still his heart is fine.
His heart is fine. We saw it beating away quite happily. She wasn't worried at all.
Okay,
it's all good.
I'm now worrying, like, what if it was slightly slow and they're just like, we'll just check it next week.
But I don't think they would do that.
What would they do then?
Well, I think they would get a consultant in to check or something. I don't think they would just make the decision, oh, well, we think it's a bit slow, so we'll leave you a week and see what happens.
Well, they can't do anything else. We're only 20 weeks. There's no other option. Like,
I still think they'd get it checked.
Do you?
Yeah. I think so. They certainly wouldn't tell us that the heart is beating fine if it wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
They would have found a way around answering that so directly.
Yeah.
Which they were very direct about that.
Yeah.
So.
She was so tired after.
I didn't sleep last night.
Yeah, I didn't sleep very well last night. I think you just kind of worry about this as well.
Yeah.
But he all looks good. We know he definitely doesn't have a cleft lip.
That's true.
And he definitely is swallowing the amniotic fluid.
Yeah. And he definitely has a foot.
A foot, yeah. And he has a head.
He has a head.
They looked at his head. They didn't
and apparently he's got a very cute little
brain.
button nose.
He does have a cute nose. Here's my nose.
Well, they said that they could see this, what's at the back of the brain?
Cerebellum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when, sometimes they do that like head down version, you can see the brain. They couldn't really, like usually I see the shape of the brain.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I can't work out what angle. Because usually when they scan, like as if we've had millions of these, but a couple of times when they scan the head like top down, you can see like the shape of the brain. But because he was like moving and because of the awkward position, when they were showing us the head and they were like, oh yeah, it's like a head like around your ear level.
Yeah.
But that confused, and I was like, so head down, what does it mean ear level? Like that's just how far they've gone down the scan.
Yeah.
But it was just, I don't know. Again, and then they moved on. And I was like, what? What just happened?
But the head was the right size. And he's the right weight.
What did they say he was?
15 ounces.
What is that?
Just short of a pound. A pound is 16 ounces.
None of them help me. Give me something real life that's that size. What's a pound?
Bag of sugar.
What's a kilo?
That's a kilo. What's a pound? Well, you lose like a pound a week if you're doing healthy weight loss.
Like, but what does that mean? Like, I want to know what a pound weighs. Did she not say something about a small banana?
That was the length.
Oh, yeah.
From tip to tail. What's a pound? My little fingers are probably about a pound. Does that help?
No. We'll weigh something out later when we get home.
Okay.
I want to feel what a pound is.
How heavy is my cake?
I doubt it's going to tell you how heavy it is.
Well, you know, they say like per 100 grams, these are all of the bits, and then they'll show you the actual weight so you can work out the actual bits.
Oh, yeah, true.
But it doesn't.
Okay, well, never mind.
A quarter pounder.
Yeah, so 4.
That's quarter of a
Should
pound.
we go to McDonald's and get 4?
Yeah, get 4 of them, stack them up, and that'll be the weight. There you go.
We have to take all the
rubbish off.
Yeah.
Just take the patty out.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 of them.
That's heavy.
It's quite a lot.
Okay.
Happy days.
Happy days. Yeah, happy days. Yeah. I am happy. I promise I'm happy. It's just always a bloody worry.
I know, but you've been so tired for the last 2 days that this is just a...
Yeah. What did I cry at the other day? Something so ridiculous. Was it an ad or...
Oh, you were crying at the telly, weren't you?
Oh, I was crying at that Trying.
Oh, yeah.
We're watching Trying on Apple TV, and it's actually not that good. It's a bit like...
It's easy watching.
Yeah, it can't work out whether it's like hipster and cute or like serious and tackling good challenging topics. Thank you. But it's a bit... Yeah, it's just about this couple who are going through the process of adoption, and it's quite sweet.
Yeah.
But I cried because...
Princess.
Well, shh, don't ruin it. No spoilers.
No spoiler.
Anyway, I cried at something that really didn't need cried at. But I was like proper like,
She
no,
also
it was
nearly...
you.
I
I
was going to
cried.
say she also nearly cried because
No,
I made her a
that's-
cup of tea the other day.
No, what actually set me out, that the crying at the Trying was the other day, but the one I cried at yesterday was you drawing the kitten.
Oh, me drawing the kitten.
Sheila did the picture I put in earlier, I'll put it in again here. She drew the board and she drew the little kitten, and at one point I looked over to her and she was like concentrating really hard, and I was like, what is she drawing?
Cannot draw to save myself.
And I looked down and she had like on her phone, she had like a how to draw a kitten step by step, and it was like the cutest thing. And for some reason, like I just like thought that was the cutest thing I've ever seen. And then I was like laughing and like almost gonna cry remembering it.
Yeah, and then you did cry.
I cry now, look. I don't know why.
That's how bad the kitten was.
No, it's just you were so cute and you were like so concentrating, and then you were like, don't laugh at me, and I was like, I'm not crying at you, I'm not laughing at you. And now apparently I'm crying again. So basically I just
Kitten make her cry.
no, it's not the kitten, it was you were being so sweet. So I'm just a bit of a mess in general.
You've been really tired.
I've been working really hard on the house and stuff. We're gonna see my family for the next week.
Yeah.
So with like, well, yeah, this won't be live for. We're actually organising a surprise hen do for Danny, the one who made our cake.
Yeah.
And we're hosting it in the garden just with like 6 of our friends, 5 of our friends plus Danny and us is 8. And there's loads to do, and the next day there's not any more because I just spent the whole last few days.
I know.
Don't mock me.
I know, I'm just trying to be a little bit light.
I don't need light. I need my feelings validated.
Okay.
There was a lot to do.
There's a lot to do. I don't know how you managed it. You're so busy.
I'm so over this.
There has been a lot to do, and she has been very busy, which is why she's so tired. I've been saying that for the last 5 minutes.
I know, but tell me that there's not a lot to do is a load of crap. Because I was staying in the deck. Like, anybody who's ever painted or stained a deck will tell you there's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do.
And it was really, really sunny. So that's why I'm quite red, stroke brown, and knackered. Because it was a lot of physical work.
It was hard.
And moving all the pots
And then
around.
you didn't sleep last night, and...
Yeah.
It's
So anyway,
tired,
I'm
though.
fine. I'm just a bit emotional and a bit flat. But it's going to be a fun hen do. We've got a marquee thing, and what else we got? We got lots of decorations, and we're going to do barbecue.
Yeah.
And play some games.
Some nice pictures.
Yeah,
And stacks pictures in a frame. Play some games. Be fun.
it will be fun. Hopefully. But the next day off that we have together is the day of the party in 3 weeks' time. So that we're at home.
Well, yeah, I was
the
gonna
next
say,
day
that's not
off
quite
we have
true, but
together
yeah.
that we're at home.
Yeah.
Because we have a couple of days off, but we'll be with my family. So the next day off at home that we could get anything done is the day of the party. So we have to do everything around our
Certainly
days.
as much as we can. Yeah.
Yep. Anywho, enough about that nonsense.
I'm not sure how we got onto that.
We will see you again
At
for
least
the scan.
next week. Yeah.
Yeah. But until then, see you later.
Bye.